Ms. Rodgers for her 5-minute opening statement.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The FDA's mission statement states that it is responsible for, quote, the safety, efficacy, and security of items including pharmaceutical drugs. The FDA-approved stamp on a drug or generic drug has long stood as the gold standard that allows Americans to trust in the safety and effectiveness of their medication. This means trusting that the science behind an approved drug is sound. But equally as important is the ability to trust that the drug was manufactured in a safe and secure facility before it reaches the patient. This has become even more important as our drug supply chain becomes increasingly globalized and our healthcare system relies more on foreign manufactured generic drugs. I am concerned that FDA is failing in its mission. It is not adequately executing its foreign inspection program, which was questionable before the pandemic, became non-existent during the pandemic, and has seen little improvement since. This poses major risk to the integrity of medicine and drugs on the market in the United States. China and India combined manufacture the active pharmaceutical ingredients used to make up nearly 70% of generic drugs on the U.S. market. In some instances, the quality of drugs manufactured in foreign facilities that enter the U.S. is highly questionable or dangerous. Last May, eye products manufactured overseas introduced a never-seen-before strain of infectious bacteria in the U.S. The outbreak affected 81 patients in 18 states, causing 18 individuals to lose their eyes or vision and 4 others to lose their lives. After this tragic incident, the FDA's site inspection of the facility found unsanitary conditions, including a failure to clean equipment and failure to perform adequate batch testing. In China, the situation is dire, as the FDA has a single investigator, just one, based full-time in the country. It was in China where a whistleblower warned, despite FDA resistance, that a commonly used blood pressure medication was contaminated, leading to a wide-scale recall in 2018. What makes all this more disturbing is that we hold domestic manufacturers to a much higher standard than we do foreign manufacturers, including those from countries that are our adversaries like China. We need a level playing field that encourages domestic manufacturing. Unfortunately, the issues with FDA's foreign inspection program go back decades. In 1998, the Government Accountability Office reported the FDA had problems with the timeliness with which investigators submitted inspection reports, the frequency of routine inspections, and delays in taking prompt enforcement action against foreign drug manufacturers. In 2007, GAO highlighted the FDA didn't know how many foreign manufacturers were subject to inspection, that the agency inspected relatively few foreign manufacturers, and the agency could not provide the exact number of uninspected foreign establishments. In 2019, GAO raised questions about the adequacy of FDA's foreign inspections compared to domestic inspections. While domestic inspections are almost always unannounced, the FDA has a practice of pre-announcing foreign inspections up to 12 weeks in advance. This massive disparity is one of the reasons why companies manufacture drugs abroad rather than here in the United States. In 2022, yet another GAO report found the FDA was still struggling to hold foreign drug manufacturers accountable. It is past time the FDA addresses these issues. People's lives depend on it. The COVID-19 pandemic made an already bad situation worse. In March of 2020, FDA postponed almost all of its foreign inspections, although domestic inspections resumed in July of 21. Most foreign inspections conducted were still limited only to those deemed mission critical. The agency instead resorted to alternative tools like virtual inspections and record reviews, and relying on inspections conducted by conflicted home country regulators. These tools are no substitute for in-person inspections given the risk of cover-up and fraud. As long as foreign facilities remain uninspected, they pose a risk to quality and safety of life-saving medications that many Americans rely on. It is completely unacceptable that FDA refused to participate in today's hearing under any circumstances. but especially given their long history of challenges in fulfilling their mission. Their absence will not stop us from continuing to hold them accountable and ensuring the safety of the American people. I thank our witnesses for being here. I look forward to hearing your testimony. I yield back.
Gently yields back. Now recognize the ranking member of the full committee, Mr. Pallone, for his